Most side hustles on YouTube are absolute garbage. And if you've already tried one, then you know that's true. Everyone's telling you to sign up for Uber, do tutoring classes, or sell merch online. And you know what? None of those work. They're all oversaturated with low pay, and it's a total grind. In this video, I'm going to show you one specific type of side hustle that Canadians can actually make money with. Niche local services. These are under the radar opportunities that pay well, aren't crowded, and you can start today. Let's go. Let's be real. The side hustle content you see on YouTube is just recycled crap, okay? Print on demand, oversaturated, all right? Tutoring classes, that only works if you can scale it up, which you can't. Background acting, that's way too competitive, and you've got to drive to a place or generally be close to a large city to do that. Gig economy work like Uber, that's way too much liability for such suboptimal pay, and once again, everyone is doing that. The average Canadian who's trying those side hustles, they're just trading their time for pennies. So there's three main categories I'm going to talk about today, and the first one is seasonal services. Whether it's summer, winter, fall, or spring, there's always a demand. Christmas light installation, snow removal, lawn care, or pressure washing. Even picking up dog waste from people's backyards can be big business. These are tasks that people need done, and it pays well because it saves people time or stress. You're not competing with people online. You're solving a local problem. And less competition means it's easier for you to get customers. The trick is to look at demographics in your area and in your neighborhoods. If you're looking to do snow removal or lawn care, then you might look at the neighborhoods that have more elderly people, as that's generally more difficult for them to do, and they're willing to pay the money for that service. However, if you're going into a neighborhood that has a lot of two working parents with a couple children, more than likely, there's someone who's taking care of the lawn and snow removal, and they don't need your help. But they may also have pets, and having someone come along and clean up the dog waste from their backyard, they might be willing to pay for it because that's the last thing they want to do after a long day of work. The opportunities are endless and they're everywhere. And that's because most people are trying to sell things online from their bedroom or their basement. And if they're not doing that, then they're at your local McDonald's trying to do food delivery. The second category that I want to talk about is specialized home services. Now, think smaller, more detailed things that people either don't want to do or don't have time to do themselves. I'm talking about things like cleaning barbecues, organizing garages, washing windows, or even gutter cleaning. These are high value tasks where people are more than happy to pay, especially if you do it well and consistently. The reality is, people just don't want to get their hands dirty. The best part about specialized home services is that word of mouth is a real thing in Canada. Communities are usually tight-knit, and if you do good work, neighbors talk, suddenly you've got repeat business and new customers. For example, if you own a truck, well, you can provide moving services, and that's way better than Uber because you can set the time to do it and you can set your prices. As I said, the possibilities are endless. Just think smaller. And the last category I want to talk about is local events and micro services. Now this one is a hidden gem. Local festivals, farmers markets, and small town events, they always need help. And you can charge a premium. Whether that's setup, tear down, or helping with specialized tasks, event organizers are always looking for that reliable help, and that's where you come in. Most Canadians don't think of this as a side hustle, so competition is very low. These gigs usually are not advertised online, so you may have to send some emails, make some phone calls, or go in person to talk to some event organizers. But that's exactly why it works, because nobody's willing to put in the effort. And if you prove to be reliable, people will remember you and they will call you again. The key to success with local services is finding something that people want, isn't overdone, and most importantly, is easy for you to deliver. Don't try to be a jack of all trades. Dominate one area and then scale it from there. There are literally YouTubers who power wash people's driveways for free just so they can film it. They take those videos, they upload it to YouTube, and then you know what? That brings in paying customers and they get the ad revenue on top from YouTube. So they're more than happy to wash people's driveways for free the first time. It works because you can't pressure wash someone's driveway if they're in Vancouver and you're over here in Toronto. Local services have a demand that needs to be filled locally. It can't be outsourced. The bottom line is that most side hustles suck because they're oversaturated, low paying, or they rely on skills and equipment that the average person just doesn't have. But local services, that's where the money is. Real demand, real pay, real word of mouth, and minimal risk. And remember, a side hustle is not your main wealth builder. It should be fuel for your investments. Now, I'm sure there's going to be people who hate on this video, and that's fine. The truth is, you get out what you put in. If you just want to sign up for Uber and press go on the app, well, you're not going to make very much because the barrier to entry is so low, everybody's doing it. Now, if you're willing to spend a little time knocking on some doors or spend a little money making flyers and going around your neighborhood, you're going to reap way better rewards. And you know what? They're going to be your customers. They're not going to be Uber's customers. This is why Snackable Wealth exists, to cut through the noise and give Canadians honest financial advice that actually works. If you found this useful, please hit that subscribe button so you don't waste time watching all the rehashed garbage on everybody else's YouTube channel. Until next time, thank you for watching Snackable Wealth. Good luck on your side hustle adventures. See ya.